Hey everybody, it's Andrew Garcia, and this is not a daily truth. This is not a sales made simple. This is me exerting my civil rights and being out here publicly declaring my civil rights. Now, I mean, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'll abide by any law as long as it doesn't conflict with my constitutional rights. The rights that I have, they come from the Constitution. Now, the First Amendment right that I do have is I actually have freedom. And that's the freedom of press, freedom of assembly, freedom of everything. I mean, basically, you're in the public, and there is an APRA Act that has been imposed, which is, you know what I mean, actually being accessible to the public records. So even if I wasn't me, what happened is I went to court August 1st. Didn't know the courtroom number because I lost that bit of information, but I remember it was August 1st, 1 p.m., and it actually got moved to 1:30, but it was 1 p.m. initially. That was what was told to me verbally over the phone in regards to my court date. And, you know, I mean, obviously I could remember that. It's my nephew's birthday. It's a very easy day for me to remember. And then obviously at 1 o'clock, I mean, like, come on, August 1st, 1 o'clock, 1-1. Yeah, oh, I got it. You know, it was very simple and easy. I appeared in court. Now, I asked somebody to direct me on actually where the traffic court is. Nobody could, you know, actually answer that portion up until the second person that I spoke to that actually would be able to provide me information. Because I was asking everybody, but, I mean, you know, there was about 3 or 4 people. I can't remember exactly how many, but it was at least 3 or 4. At least 3. I know that much, guaranteed. Because I remember the 3 that I really spoke to. I actually had to have been 4 because I spoke to 4 people that I know directly that I had to have been. So what I did was I actually went and, you know, I appeared. I was there early, you know what I mean? I was there at like 12:45, you know. Court date's not until 1. Actually, it became 1:30 at that point. Asked 2 people in the information center. One directs me to the other one directs me to traffic court because I told him it was a traffic citation. So I go over there. I want to debate this actual traffic citation, and if you really want to know what it is, go ahead and submit a Public Records Act because it's really in the system. It should be, at least, right? It should be in the system under the public records. Now, however, when I go to the traffic building, and I walk all the way across the street, a little bit further down, hot day, you know what I mean, like sweating my balls off, basically. Go there, ask one guy, he says he can't provide any information, so I go to the front desk, give them my information, they look it up, there's no public record of me actually having a court date. Officially, I did have a court date, but public record-wise, I didn't have a court date. So they're even trying to look it up themselves as public servants, and they cannot find that information. So I go back over to the courthouse, I speak to 2 more people, the second other person told me that no matter what, if we can't find it, it's going to be up there. It's going to be on a billboard, and there's like basically like a screen, kind of like with airports where they have the flights and the schedulings of those. Same exact thing. It should be your name, you know, the judge, your courtroom, everything's on there. It's public records. It's public information. I look on there. There is some other Garcias, but the Garcia is nowhere near me. There's no Andrew Garcia with any type of court date. So publicly, there really was no court date. So there was no publicly accessible records for me within myself. I'm the citizen that was actually being prosecuted because I didn't get their mail either. I don't get their mail either somehow. For some reason, the past year, I have not gotten their mail. It's only been the past year. That's more to the story than you really need to know. Just trust me. There's more to the story than just this situation. However, I call to see what I can do about this. Well, I just have to pay the fine, supposedly. But I wanted my day in court. I appeared in court that day. There was no public records or no publicly accessible information that I could actually appear into court. So now this is a violation of my civil rights and in the Constitution, public access. I'm the actual citizen, and I still can't even, myself, even if it was personal, I still couldn't receive the information and the records that I needed to appear in court. So now I'm being charged with failure to appear in court, which is actually going to suspend my license, which is going to jeopardize one of my streams of income, actually. I have multiple things that I do, but in order to actually make a career out of myself, that's, the journey of an entrepreneur. We take a lot of different jobs and put them all together, and that's our business. Now, I couldn't even do that anymore come September 3rd. It's ridiculous. Like, I won't even be able, I will lose a stream of income. So now you're personally attacking me after you violated my civil rights. So, really, I should be innocent until proven guilty. If I didn't appear in court, honestly, by law, to be real with you, then they should have reached out to me, some type of form of communication to be able to get me to appear in law and in court. They didn't do that. Automatically, my license is going to get suspended because I didn't appear in court when I was actually in court, and I'm going to actually access the public records. I have evidence, I can get the surveillance if I really wanted to, and I can show that I was actually in court. I can tell you exactly what I was wearing, everything, showing back and forth which way I was going to try to get to court and to appear. So, my civil rights have been broken. I'm going to stand up for this. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to reach out to the judicial system. So I'm going to reach out to the judge. I'm reaching out to traffic and traffic court. I'm reaching out to their division as well. I'm also going to reach out to my senator who's very close, which is Senator Tom Lee. So I'm even going to reach out to the senator to let him know that my civil rights have been violated. And I need this resolved because I am not paying additional income that I already pay when it comes to taxes. I already pay taxes. I'm sorry. Every time I purchase something, I'm paying taxes. So, you have to realize, man, like, they can't do this to us. As civil citizens, we provide them the salary that they actually have. So, I provide them their salary. I am a portion. I am a part of how they actually receive their salary. And they want to violate my constitutional rights as a citizen of America? So this is going to become huge. This is going to become huge. And if they don't actually resolve this, unfortunately, Hillsborough County is going to be all over the news. I will go to Supreme Court if I really, really have to. I will take every step going to Supreme Court, but I will get you in Supreme Court. I guarantee that. Because they do uphold the Constitution in Supreme Court. Your state, your county, your city laws, they do not supersede the Constitution in Supreme Court. So, this is not a threat. This is me acknowledging publicly that we're about to have a huge story on the line here. We're about to have a huge story going on because of the fact that Hillsborough County, the 13th division, the 13th judicial or whatever court, whatever version or whatever they want to call themselves, but it's the 13th division, okay? They want to violate civil rights. And this is the third infraction I've had to try to attempt to suspend my license within, I would say, just to verify and just to justify everything, to make it clarified, within the last 2 years that I've been back. When I initially got here, I was arrested for a different charge that I haven't been convicted of. I've never been convicted of an actual crime. Like, they've never been able to convict me of an actual crime. So to me, it's starting to seem like it's personal. Well, then we're going to get you on these little infractions, and then if we can get you on these little infractions, and you don't pay these little infractions, and you don't pay us money, then we're going to take you to jail, and we're going to convict you of a crime, then you'll be in the system, then we can, it's a business. It is a business. So, what I am asking is that if you are Senator Tom Lee, or if you are the judge who's overriding my case in the 13th Judicial Court, or if you are anybody who really wants to step up and be a true public servant within the traffic department, you need to help me out. And Julie, who's in the traffic department, Julie, she'll answer the first phone call that you take. You know what I mean? She's one of those type people that, you know what I mean, like more like customer service, anything like that. She went above and beyond what she needed to do. So I completely commend Julie over there in the traffic department. Yeah, I mean, you can ask for public records on her and then give her compliments because they do get rewards for it. I think she should be highly rewarded. I think she's underpaid tremendously, and she needs a promotion, to be honest. She's very, very great. Everybody else is very rude, and they think I'm just like some idiot who's just calling and I'm ranting and raving. Nah, man, I know my laws and my rights and my civil amendments. The Constitution has been violated by Hillsborough County. And this is not the first time. This is actually the third time they've done this to me. The third time they've done this to me. They are starting to create a psychological issue when it comes to law enforcement. I have a distrust of law enforcement, which is actually legal abuse if you look up your laws. So, with that being said, just wanting everybody to know, stay tuned. We're going to have some fun. I have to get this done by September 3rd. Today is August 26th. And this has to all be done by September 3rd, or I'm required to pay the fine. If not, my driver's license is suspended. And then now that personally affects me in my personal means of income, which you want my money, you want me to pay that fine, but yet you're going to suspend the way I make income in order to pay the fine, which makes absolutely no sense. It's a complete violation of civil rights. It's actually a loophole. It's actually unconstitutional. It's unlawful. It is completely asinine, is really what it is. So we'll see. We're going to keep you updated. We'll keep you informed. We'll see what Hillsborough County wants to do about this. Senator Tom Lee, I'm looking for you. I want to get your remarks on this. I'm going to have to do that as press and as journalism involved in my story. However, Senator Lee, you want to have a private conversation with me, I will definitely have a private conversation with you. I will take off the camera and we can discuss this truly as two personal human beings. I'm okay with that. If not, you're just going to be personally, in your mind, I mean, like, you're going to think it's personal, right? But as a public figure, I'm going to expose the senator who actually controls my district, which is District 2 of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, District Z2, or Division Z2 of the 13th Judicial Court. That's what I've been informed by the public servants and the public officials. So I want to make sure everything's on record, because when I call in, I can get an access to all these public records and all the communication that I've been having with everybody. I'm going to have to, because I need my evidence. Because unfortunately, you're actually innocent until proven guilty. But here in Hillsborough County, you're guilty until proven innocent, obviously. Because they gave me a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, in order to figure out the fact that I actually violated something. And then when I did find out, it was too late. So it had to be 2 weeks, because honestly, it's the third week now. So almost going into the fourth week, but I mean, like, literally, I just now found out. So what am I supposed to do now but try to continue to fight for my civil rights? I'm not trying to make every judicial system, or, like the whole America as a system, I'm not trying to make that a problem. What I'm trying to do is address the situation that we have here in Hillsborough County, because I'm not the only one who goes through these things and actually looks to prey upon the ignorance of the citizens who do not understand their lawful rights. And I'm going to stand up for those. Call me an activist, call me what you want to. But I'm putting a big target on my back. It's already there, because they're already targeting me. So, if anything, they're just going to continuously commit legal abuse. So, we'll see what they do to resolve this. We'll keep you informed. I love you all. Be great, everybody. Have a great night. Stay tuned. There's going to be more to come within the next few weeks. You're going to have fun.